Hello everyone, welcome to Conceptual Learning. This is a dedicated section for scholarship opportunities in Europe. In my previous video, I talked about the several opportunities in Europe, but today I'm going to talk about the particularly Spanish government scholarship, and this video is providing a step-by-step guide for those aspirants who want to come to Spain to pursue higher studies. Okay, let's look at what Spanish government scholarships are. The main scholarship from the Spanish government is known as FPI, Research Training Grants. This FPI in Espanol, it is known as Formación de Personal Investigador, and in English, it is a Research Training Grants. The main purpose for this FPI is to provide funding opportunities to universities, professors to hire candidates from different countries to work on different research. Okay, so this is basically training grants to provide training to the new candidates in research. There are two types of FPI in Spain. One is from federal government, sometimes provincial government. The federal government is also known as the central government, which is based in Madrid. Another FPI is from university, sometimes provincial government. University itself provide FPI training grants by its using its own budget, and sometimes the provincial government provides funding to universities to hire candidates for PhD. So what is difference between the federal and the university-based FPI is that federal government is offering 4 years funding. However, university FPI is offering 3 years funding for PhD. And there is a slightly difference between the grants as well. The federal government is offering 1400 to 1600 euros per month, but they are also thinking to increase this amount per month because the PhD students in the Spain is facing difficulties due to the accommodation prices as well. University base is paying 1100 to 1250 euros per month. They're also thinking to give the same amount of the price or salary as compared to the federal government. They are thinking on this, but beside this, there are several other benefits which both scholarships offer. For suppose mobility funding. If you want to go to another country to for your mobility to learn from different institutes which are particularly doing work or doing experiments within your field, so they can provide funding as well. But this depends upon the research group, your supervisor, and your university as well. Okay. Conference attending, this is mandatory when you are applying for the conference, but both scholarships are paying funding to attend the conference and to present your work. And the third one is language learning support. Of course, in Spain, you have to learn Spanish language because otherwise you will be not surviving here. So you should have a little bit knowledge about the Spanish as well. So these scholarships offers courses and trainings in Spanish if you want to attend some particular courses for language. So these scholarships are going to cover those expenses as well. Training, courses, events, attending. Of course, if you want to go to attend any summer school, any particular workshop, events, training, seminars, whatever, these scholarships are eligible or they are giving you funding to do that. So, okay. Okay, let's move on. Step one, how do you search for FPI research opportunities? In my previous video, when I talked about the scholarship opportunity Europe, similarly, in this video, when you are looking for special opportunities for suppose FPI, in this case, you are having different options. One is Euro Access Jobs. Okay. Second is LinkedIn. Third one is from the university website. Find PhD is another website or link that provides opportunities as well. Research groups, and after getting a PhD admission as well. What is after getting a PhD admission? I'm going to explain it. First, let's look at the Euro Access job website. Okay, let me share my screen with you to see the uh, Okay, so this is the link where you find the Euro Access job opportunities. I have provided this link in my description. So look at this link that if you are coming to this link, then see there are different opportunities are already showing in here. Okay, for suppose PhD student in physics, department, locations, field status, and so many funding time, application deadline, so on. If you want to search particular scholarship opportunity within your field, there are some filters you apply for here, like you select a country, research field, and so on. Okay. Similarly, this one is third number from the university website. So what you have to do is basically, if you know that this university or this institute is offering a field of work which is interested for you, you can check that university and find is there any opportunity. For suppose if I'm showing you here, let me go to the one of the university that can offer the FPI scholarship. Let's have a look at that. So, so this is a link from University of Deusto. If you see, it is written here, Ayodas FPI, University of Deusto. This is in Spanish. Maybe we can translate it and for you, and you can read it out as well. So this is like FPI URI grants, okay? And if you go down here and then see, okay, the 2024 call for participant provides for the granting of maximum 10 pre-doctoral grants. So every year, Deusto is offering 10 opportunities. Okay. And how they are selecting based on the quality of the applicant CV and in what kind of the program they are enrolled in and so on. So if you check it here, so yeah, look at this. Application deadline is July 19th, so which is already passed. But every year they are offering 10 pre-doctoral doctoral grants in Spain. Similarly, other universities do the same thing. Okay, so the last one is after getting a PhD admission. For this, how it works actually, before applying for the FPI, you contact your professor and supervisor, and he is going to look into your CV. Maybe he conducts an interview before applying for FPI. So if he is satisfied with you, then he recommends that, okay, after getting an admission, we are going to apply for FPI. Because in FPI, there is a certain opportunities for the professors, and they claim that we have a candidate who is going to pursue PhD, and they are going to apply for FPI funding from the government. Okay. So this is like you have to come before and you have to get admission before applying for the FPI as well. Okay, this is how it works. But it's possible that if you are getting a PhD admission and then maybe you will be able to get FPI if your supervisor is willing and willing to apply for you for FPI from the government. Okay, so now let's move to the step number two. In step number two, there are two sub-steps, step 2.1 and step 2.2. In step 2.1, firstly, after searching your opportunity, you are going to send your CV and resume to your supervisor, who is going to be your supervisor. Okay, so send your updated CV to professor and plus one Google form, which describes your personal info. And then the supervisors basically go through the CVs from all the candidates and shortlist those uh, candidate based on their CV. Okay, and after that, they recommend you to apply for FPI, and they are going to help with this in FPI. Okay, because in FPI application form, you have to mention your supervisor name and your department and your PIA, personal investigator, principal investigator in your research group. The documents are similarly, as I discussed in the scholarship opportunities in Europe, you have to share your resume, motivational letter, recommendation letters, academic records, and research proposal. These are mandatory documents for FPI. However, if you are having a professional records, certification, circular activities, social activities, and any other plus documents that you are thinking that will be a beneficial for your FPI, you should provide those. Okay. I would recommend you to make your CV through Europass CV. I'm going to provide link in description. Europass CV is very good CV and template from the European Commission. And this is very easy to build a CV. I will make another video how to make a CV through Europass CV. But in this video, I'm not going to ask and get into detail about the Europass CV. But this is the recommended that you should apply a Europass CV and make CV on this template. As I mentioned earlier, as well in my previous video that IELTS English are not mandatory in Europe as well as in Spanish, because these people are having a different language, mother language, because if they are not speaking English as well. So this is the case. One thing here, that academic records like your bachelor's and master's degree and transcripts should be converted into Spanish grading system. And how do you do it? Basically, there are links and which provides the template that converts your degree into the Spanish grading systems. Okay, I'm sharing the link into the descriptions. This is how Spanish system looks like. Okay, Spanish grading system looks like this. So your academic records should be in a Spanish grading system before applying FPI. Otherwise, you will be not eligible to do so. Okay, so this is a mandatory thing, and I'm going to tell you how to do it actually. And second thing, research proposal. As I mentioned here in the required documents, research proposal. So after when your supervisor or professor shortlists you for FPI, he is going to help you to develop a research proposal, because research proposal is mandatory for FPI research training grants. Okay. So initially your professor or supervisor is going to ask you that, okay, write a research proposal on this research, and he is going to help you to modify the research proposal. So there are some things about the research proposal as well, because research proposal is mandatory and supervisor will help you. It should be a simple, okay? It's not mandatory that it's going to be a final research topic or final research theme. No, not at all. You just prepare a research draft, ask your supervisor to help you modify it, and then prepare it to submit. Okay, this can be changed later on as well, but make research proposal a very good thing, because I mean it's very important for your grant. If your research proposal is not explaining each and everything which you are going to do in your PhD, then there are less chances to be selected in FPI. So this is very mandatory and important thing. But your supervisor and professor is going to help you, and he is going to read your research proposal before submission to the FPI committee. Okay. And yes, as I have mentioned here, that many questions from proposals. When after this step, you are going to promote to the final step, okay, that you will be called for the interview. And in the interview, more questions, or at least one or two questions will be from your research proposal, what you have written so far. There are some interview guidance and tips that how to successfully pass the interview. As I told already, many things that in interview you should be relaxed. Don't be overconfident. If you do not know anything about anything, that just accept it. Okay, you are not aware of this thing. Okay, that is good thing. If you do not know, just don't not give wrong answers, because the interview panel knows better than you. Okay, so please just be relaxed and say, oh, I do not know about these things, I'm sorry, I will learn it in my PhD. That's it. That's a simple answer to the interview panel. Okay, every interview asks your introduction, so your introduction should be brief, within 1 minute, I would say 1.5 minutes. It should not be so long. Introduce your name, your background, what are you doing currently, and these things. That's all. And of course, there will be general questions related to the engineering, related to your area, relating to your, depends upon your CV, depends upon your transcript, your bachelor's or master's, general questions, okay? And there will be one or two more technical questions on your research proposal, which you have submitted for this API. So before going to interview, read out your proposal, prepare yourself very good, good command in your research proposal, so that they are going to ask some question related to it. Okay, so I think that's enough for this video. If you need any guidance, please do contact me. There is my WhatsApp number and email address as well. Okay, so thank you so much once again. See you soon.